Are you losing 12 hours of your cruise vacation waiting in lines? You booked this trip for freedom, luxury, and ocean views, not to stand behind 200 people fighting for a burger or an elevator. But here's the truth. The cruise line has its own hidden time tax. Every ship, every itinerary, every single day, there are invisible bottlenecks designed to move you efficiently, for them, not for you. Every minute you waste waiting for food, elevators, or disembarkation isn't just lost time, it's lost value. You paid for every hour at sea, and you deserve to enjoy it. So today, we're revealing the 14 biggest time wasters every cruiser must avoid, and how to skip them like a pro. Some are obvious, others will shock even veteran travelers. Let's start with the one that hits every single passenger, before they even taste their first meal. Number 1. The lunchtime buffet crush. Every ship has it, the 12:30 p.m. Lido deck stampede. Hundreds of passengers flood the buffet line at once, turning lunch into a 40-minute endurance test. Trays clatter, tempers rise, and by the time you sit down, the best food's already gone cold. Here's the secret. The cruise line designs this traffic jam. They know most passengers eat at standard times. It helps with staffing and cleanup. But that's your loss. The fix is simple. Eat at off-peak hours. Head up at 11:30 or 1:30 instead. Or better, find the hidden secondary stations most guests never notice. The backside grill, the pizzeria tucked behind the pool, or the small taco bar near the aft deck. On one Carnival sailing, I skipped the line entirely, grabbed a burger from a side kiosk, and was eating before the crowd even reached the counter. Cruise smart, not scheduled. Number 2. Waiting for elevators. It's the single biggest slow burn frustration on any ship. You hit the call button, and then wait, and wait. The elevator arrives, already packed, stopping on every deck like it's sightseeing. The problem? Everyone uses the midship elevators, the busiest section of the ship. And during meal times or show transitions, it's chaos. The fix? Use the forward or aft stairwells. They're faster, emptier, and surprisingly quiet. If you can't take stairs, use the less-known elevators near the spa or conference deck. They're ghost towns compared to midship. I once raced a friend from deck 7 to deck 15. He waited for the elevator. I took the aft stairs. By the time his doors opened, I was already stretched out on a sun lounger with a drink in hand. Every minute you wait for an elevator is one less minute in the sun. Take the steps. Your legs and your vacation will thank you. Number 3. Searching for a deck chair. It's 10 a.m. on a sea day, and the great deck chair hunt has begun. You wander the pool deck like a lost explorer, scanning rows of towels, reserving chairs for passengers who vanished hours ago. Here's the secret. Cruise lines let this happen. It creates crowd pressure, pushing frustrated guests to buy passes for quieter, paid adult-only decks. Don't fall for it. Your hack? Claim your spot early, before 9 a.m. Or better, go where nobody looks. The promenade decks, the aft decks above dining areas, or the forward observation lounges. They're peaceful, breezy, and almost empty. On one Caribbean sailing, I gave up on the pool crowd and found an entire row of chairs behind the funnel deck. Ocean views, 0 people. 3 hours of pure quiet while others circled like vultures. The early bird doesn't just get the chair, it gets serenity. Number 4. The shore excursion muster. The dreaded early morning herding session. You're told to meet at 8 a.m. for your shore excursion, only to spend 45 minutes sweating in a crowded lounge before you even leave the ship. This outdated ritual started decades ago, before smartphones and digital tracking. But cruise lines keep it alive, partly for control and partly because they funnel guests through photo stations and kiosks on the way out. Here's the pro move. Get your excursion sticker or wristband early, then wait nearby with a coffee. The real boarding always happens at the gangway. On a Jamaica sailing, I watched 300 people sit shoulder to shoulder in a lounge for 40 minutes. I stayed on deck 5, sipped coffee, and strolled off right as they called the final group. I was on the bus 5 minutes later, fully caffeinated, 0 stress. Let others waste their morning. You're on vacation, not detention. Number 5. Guest services line. Every cruiser has seen it. A long, snaking line near the atrium filled with frustrated passengers clutching printouts and room keys. It's the universal time sink at sea. Billing issues, towel disputes, wrong charges, it all funnels through one bottleneck. But here's what most people don't realize. You don't need to be there. For 90% of problems, you can fix it using the cruise line's app or the stateroom phone. You can check your balance, report lost items, even request housekeeping, all without leaving your cabin. Once, I saw 25 people waiting to dispute minibar charges. I went back to my room, called guest services directly, and had it fixed in under 2 minutes. The secret: never stand when you can solve it sitting down. Skip the line. The phone or app works faster, and your time is worth more than a billing receipt. Number 6. The onboard reservation race. Every cruiser knows this battle. The moment you board, thousands rush to book shows, spa slots, and specialty restaurants. Within an hour, everything's sold out. The truth? It's a controlled illusion. Cruise lines intentionally release limited slots early to create urgency, then open more midweek. Here's the pro strategy: book online before embarkation, or through the cabin TV the moment you board. Avoid standing in those lobby queues while others wrestle with glitchy apps. I once watched a family burn 30 minutes in a booking line, arguing over dinner times. I used the in-room screen, confirmed my reservation in 90 seconds, and ordered room service while they were still typing. Cruise lines profit off confusion. Your defense is preparation. Book ahead, or from the quiet comfort of your cabin, while everyone else is still fighting Wi-Fi in the atrium. Number 7. The formal night dinner line. Formal night, when everyone dresses up, takes photos, and lines wrap around the atrium. Early diners wait 30 minutes for their table, while the maitre d' tries to seat hundreds at once. The secret? Everyone picks the 6 p.m. slot. It feels classy and convenient, but it's chaos. The later seating, around 8 o'clock or 8:30, is half full. The service is calmer, the kitchen catches its rhythm, and your waiter actually has time to chat. I learned this the hard way. My first formal night, 25 minutes standing in heels, bumping into tuxedos. My second cruise, late seating, no wait, better food, and a relaxed 2-hour dinner. If you want elegance, skip the rush hour glamour. The late table gets the same menu, minus the mayhem. Number 8. The late night towel search. You've just come back from a perfect evening swim, and now you're standing barefoot, hunting for a towel hut that's already closed. Towel exchanges are one of cruising's smallest yet most irritating time wasters. Miss the 6 p.m. cutoff, and you'll wait in a guest services line just to swap out a soggy towel. Here's the fix: get 2 fresh towels early in the cruise and stash one inside your cabin. Keep a backup towel for emergencies, late-night jacuzzis, rain, or spills. One night in Cozumel, I forgot this hack and spent 10 minutes in line behind people arguing over towel cards. Never again. Remember, small prep prevents big delays. Your vacation isn't meant to be spent in a towel queue. Number 9. The art auction trap. Free champagne, limited edition, art, and promises of raffles. The onboard art auction is cruise theater at its finest. And it's the biggest time sponge disguised as an event. These auctions aren't about art. They're sales events, built on peer pressure and booze. You'll waste an hour browsing, only to realize the complimentary champagne is cheap Prosecco and the raffle prize is leftover inventory. Unless you're a serious collector, skip it. Use that hour for an actual ocean view instead. On one cruise, I lasted 15 minutes before leaving. Outside, the sun was setting, gold light over the waves. I realized that was the only art I needed. Some moments are priceless. Don't trade them for framed marketing. Number 10. The Wi-Fi and loyalty trap. Here's a modern trap. You waste an hour wrestling with the ship's Wi-Fi login page or sitting through loyalty program seminars promising exclusive deals. Both are digital time thieves. The Wi-Fi setup line alone can eat 20 to 30 minutes, especially on embarkation day when everyone connects at once. And those future cruise events? Same deals, zero exclusivity. Connect to Wi-Fi in port before boarding. Once on board, skip the seminar. The same loyalty offers are available through the app or kiosk anytime. On one sailing, I skipped the Wi-Fi chaos, watched others panic, and was online in under 2 minutes using airplane mode setup pre-saved in port. Smooth sailing. Technology and loyalty should work for you, not make you wait. Number 11. Waiting for the tender. If your ship can't dock, you'll use a smaller tender boat to reach shore. But that line, it's legendary. Hundreds rush to board the first boats, wasting an hour standing shoulder to shoulder in humid hallways. The hack? Wait. The frenzy only lasts until 10:30 a.m. By 11 o'clock, tender boats run continuously, often half empty. On one trip to Grand Cayman, I ignored the 8 a.m. call and enjoyed a second breakfast. When I finally went down at 11:15, I walked straight onto an empty tender. Everyone else had been sweating in line for an hour. Let the impatient passengers clear the way. You'll still get to port without the chaos. Number 12. Disembarkation Day Chaos. The final day and the final trap. You're forced to sit in lounges for hours waiting for your colored luggage tag to be called. But here's what they don't tell you. You can choose your exit strategy. If you pick self-assist, you carry your bags off yourself and leave first, usually by 7 a.m. If that sounds early, go the opposite route. Have breakfast, relax, and wait for the final call. You'll walk straight off while everyone else stood around panicking. On my last cruise, I carried my own bag, cleared customs, and was in an Uber at 7:30 a.m. My friends who waited didn't leave the ship until 9:45. End your cruise with calm, not chaos. Number 13. The embarkation luggage delay. You board early, grab a drink, explore the ship, then wait and wait for your suitcase. Most bags don't reach cabins until 4 o'clock or 5 p.m. Thousands of passengers waste their first afternoon stuck near cabin doors waiting for deliveries. The fix? Pack a day one kit. Include swimwear, meds, sunscreen, a charger, and one outfit in your carry-on. Then hit the pool or grab lunch while everyone else stares at the hallway. On one embarkation day, I was swimming before noon while others stood guard over empty hallways. My suitcase arrived later, but I'd already logged my first vacation hours. You paid for day one. Don't waste it babysitting your bag. Number 14. The Daily Planner Black Hole. Every night, passengers waste 15 minutes scanning the thick paper planner, highlighting trivia games and jewelry raffles they'll never attend. That's cruise marketing, not cruise living. Instead, use the cruise app. Filter by activity type, star your favorites, and let notifications guide your day. You'll only get alerts for the events you actually care about. I used to highlight every bingo and raffle, then miss them all. Now my phone reminds me of the 3 things that matter: the show, the happy hour, and dinner. The paper might feel nostalgic, but your time isn't. So there you have it, 14 ridiculous time wasters that quietly steal your cruise vacation. From elevators to excursions, towels to tender boats, every minute counts. Cruise lines value efficiency. You value experience. And now you know how to beat the system. Spend your next cruise doing what matters. Laughing, relaxing, living, not waiting. If this helped you save your vacation time, hit subscribe and tell me, which one of these time traps have you fallen into before? Until next time, cruise smart, stay kind, and happy cruising.